This meeting is being recorded by the host or participant. Shit, we're live.
Bum, 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 bum.
Dun, 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 dun. What's up, y'all?
We are back, coast to coast.
Back in white. Like, subscribe, comment, share the shit out of our thing. Go to our link tree, click on the Shopify store, buy some shit.
Be
I
nice.
think it's supposed to say
Seriously.
YT, by the way. YT.
Buy some shit. Oh,
YT.
YouTube. What about YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? You gonna pull this episode too?
Don't be mean.
I don't think we can say white anymore.
Oh,
you're not allowed to say that.
Well, it's gotta be YT.
Oh, back in YT. Okay. So, week after Christmases, how was your Christmas, buddy? Nick? Just kind of
It wasn't amazing.
Yeah, same.
It was Christmas, but
here's my thinking on Christmas this year. One, we haven't been able to sit down and actually like shoot an episode for a while because things have been crazy hectic, which coincides with basically all of, 2020, 2021, and 2022, right? It's been a wacky 3 years, right? 14 days to flatten the curve. Just had, anyways, I don't want to go there. Dude, Christmas this year, my wife and I were talking on Christmas morning.
Well, it's good you're talking.
Okay. Yeah, I know. It's been a while, but we were chatting on Christmas morning and I asked her, I said, honey, do you feel very Christmassy this year? And she goes, what do you mean? I said, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I can't get into the Christmas spirit. This is Christmas fucking day, dude. On Christmas Day.
Christmas Day did not feel like Christmas Day to me at all.
Bro, Christmas is my favorite day of the year. It has been since I was knee high to a grasshopper. Okay. I am like the Christmassiest motherfucker ever, aside from the people that do like competitions with lighting and shit in their front. We're broke, we're poor. I can't afford that shit. But I put up every single fucking decoration and we go all out, outside, inside with everything we got. And I love Christmas, dude. The spirit of Christmas, right? I'm one of those guys like, I still technically, quote unquote, believe in Santa Claus because I view Santa Claus as being the spirit of Christmas. And bro, the day after Thanksgiving, boom, Christmas, let's go. Right. I'm that guy. I don't want to see the decorations in the stores right after Halloween. I'm not that crazy about it. But dude, I could not for the life of me get into the Christmas spirit this year.
Oh, I was trying. I was watching the movies, doing my groove, what I do every year, but it never felt fully Christmas to me.
No,
I don't know what it was.
And then Christmas hit and it's like, oh, it's just another fucking day and we got some cool shit. Okay, cool. I don't know what's going on. I was watching some TikTokies and dude, we're not the only ones, bro. There's millions of people out there, right? I watched maybe a half dozen videos, right? For those of you that don't know what a dozen is, half dozen's about 6. Every one of these videos is like the person saying exactly what I just said. I'm not feeling Christmassy. Like, did they put something in the water? Was it because of all the forced jabby jabs? Was it because of everybody like quote unquote waking up or whatever? Like, I don't know, dude. And then we were talking afterwards. This is now just a few days ago. And I told my wife, I said, honey, I think I figured it out. And she goes, what's that? And I said, this year felt almost like it was forced after the last couple years being so shitty because of, the whole world shutting down and all that kinds of stuff. It was almost like it's like we were being forced to get into the holiday spirit is what it felt like. And anybody who knows me, and if you've watched a couple of episodes of this show, I'm not the guy to be like, Brandon, you're getting voluntold to go do that. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm going to do shit on my fucking terms. Thank you very much. But I think that was it, dude. It was like, hey, let's shove Christmas down your damn throat, just like they did everything else the last few years. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm going to buy some shit for people. Just because that's what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna get into the commercial aspect of it and buy a bunch of shit. But other than that, It did not feel like Christmas.
Another problem I had with it, I had my mom here for second Christmas in a row, which is wonderful.
Nice.
But my father of the year started some shit again, so that didn't help.
As he does.
Yeah.
From time to time.
But then, of course, where I'm at, we get hit with the 2-day-long frickin' blizzard from hell.
See, for me, that right there would have put me way in the Christmas spirit because it
should
doesn't
have,
snow
but
where
it
we
was
live.
so chaotic, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah. See, it don't snow here, dude. So if it snowed on Christmas, I would have woken up just like, holy shit, the magic's fucking real.
I'm not talking like normal snow, dude. I'm talking hurricane winds, blowing snow. Can't see 3 feet in front of you.
Pelting you in the
People
face,
found
feeling like
buried
you're
in the
getting
snow
shot
in their
by a BB
cars,
gun. Holy shit.
frozen to death.
Whoa.
A lot of people died frozen in their cars, getting stuck, driving, trying to get home, and it's, you know, hurricane wind blowing snow, and they're frozen right in the middle of the street. They can't go. Stuck in their cars, freeze to death.
Damn. Dude, could you imagine if that's the way you go out? Like, of all the ways, all the different ways that you could actually die, that's what's going to do you in. You get stuck.
I think I heard one person died because the snow built up over the exhaust. They were trying to stay warm, keeping the car running. Carbon monoxide, goner. People were breaking in places just to get somewhere warm and out of the frickin' hurricane winds.
Dang, dude.
There's a dude, they're looking right now for a guy. They're calling him a hero. He ended up stuck in his car at night, about 8 o'clock Friday night. It snowed so hard they couldn't see, and then they froze. Like, they couldn't go anywhere. So him and 2 strangers were in his truck trying to stay warm and spent the night. The next day, they found like 7 or 8 old people stuck in the street. So they got them all out, and he broke into a frickin' school and got into the kitchen, got somewhere warm, broke just so he could keep everybody. And it was a bunch of strangers.
Good.
A lot of stories like that, dude. Lady didn't get out of work in time. She got stuck at her job and had to stay there for 2 days and kept seeing people getting stuck and had nowhere to go. So she was bringing people in, making places to sleep and trying to find whatever she had to make food.
See, that's one of those times where I feel personally that there needs to be like an exception to the law.
There is. They were saying
it's like
if you have to break into something, but don't loot and shit though. The other problem we had the good people, and then we had the people breaking into Family Dollars, Dollar Generals, clearing the shelves, just looting.
See, that's fucked up. No, you don't cross that line. No. If you're going to do it to keep people safe and keep people alive and take people to, like you said, break into a school or whatever, and then go turn all the stoves on in the kitchen and heat everything up and make yourselves a hot meal, that's one thing. But if you're just going into the fucking local Walmart and you're like, yeah, this is mine now for free, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, and the guy that did that left a note saying, I'm really sorry I broke into the school, but I had a bunch of people. I had old people. We had nowhere to go. We didn't want to die. We were trying to survive. Merry Christmas.
That's actually a cool story.
It is. So, yeah, it's just been just so much going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, spring now.
Did you get everything that you wanted for Christmas? Did you get anything for Christmas?
That's the other problem.
For anything?
To me, Christmas ain't really about buying things, but you do get each other stuff. Yeah. Well, as everybody knows, I brought in 2 extra adults because they had nowhere to go. So I have 2 extra adults living with me.
Merry Christmas to them.
And food and everything's so expensive. There was no gifts. Your gift is I'm feeding you, and you have a house to live in, and heat and internet. I didn't have no money for gifts.
Your present is your presence within this.
You're not frozen to a fire hydrant in New York somewhere.
Right.
Now I did just get paid on this huge job I did. So now we're kind of doing it on New Year's Eve. We got a little money to get people a couple of little things, but we can't go crazy. But we didn't have it in time to do anything for Christmas Day.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too, dude. I've never been under the belief that celebrating Christmas has to occur right on Christmas Day as far as the gift exchange of things is concerned. There's other things that you celebrate on Christmas Day. For me, Christmas Day has always been about getting the family together, spending time with each other, being thankful for each other's company and the blessings that you've been given throughout the year. And then the gifts are just kind of like an icing on the cake.
Exactly.
Personally.
The plus side, what was nice Christmas for me, my mom's here. She's still healthy and alive.
Hell yeah.
And it's the first Christmas I can remember that me and both my brothers actually all got together. There's a picture of me and them and my mother. We tried to do it last year, couldn't get them to collaborate. But this year we finally all get along. We're all fixing whatever issues, and we all hung out for Christmas Day together.
See, now that's cool.
The ban was lifted just in time. I could go to my brother's house with my little brother, my mom, Linda.
That's cool.
That was a 1+.
That's awesome. See, and that's how it should be. That's exactly what I was just saying. That's when family gets together and you set shit aside that, you know, you've been working on, and fuck it, we're still family. I love you. Get over here. That's cool. I like it. Oh, Ferris, how about you? How was the old Xmas?
It was pretty good. We had our annual distant family get together about a week and a half before Christmas.
Nice.
And then that was pretty cool. I mean, about half the people showed up that normally do, but I think after a couple of years of being on lockdowns and things like that, they were doing some traveling with the people they couldn't see prior, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But got to do the awkward. My dad does an awkward, fun exercise every time we do this thing, and this one was really weird. But it was good. It's a bonding thing, and so it was pretty cool. And then at the home front, you know, normal Christmas stuff. It wasn't normal for me. I was sick from last Wednesday until Monday.
No thanks.
So I was well enough to you know, participate in Christmas morning with kiddos and things like that, but it was kind of rough. I think I was telling before the show, I was telling Mary and Nick that I think I had the equivalent over 4 days of maybe a lunch, and that was it.
Oh,
I think I lost about 6 pounds. Yeah. So literally, yeah. So dehydration, stuff like that. But I mean, it wasn't all bad. I learned a few things about myself and my health, and I'll move on from it.
No.
So
That's never fun.
No.
Mary is on the show. She's lost her voice. She's dealing with some stuff too.
Mary's a ghost today, but she's here.
Yep. She wanted me to tell y'all, the viewers, that she didn't say this, but she's glad to be on the show. I know she is. And but she's got some family stuff going on, and some obviously some personal health issues that's keeping her down. But she's here. She's a trooper. She's been chatting it up in the chat. So we're glad she's here.
Wow, I see it. 10 messages. Good Lord.
Oh, she's not glad to be here. She's here because she's like a ball of chain. My bad.
She talks faster, Chad, doing that than she does if she actually talks. And I know you're giving me the bird. I can see it, even though I can't see it.
All right. She's back there. You're number one, Nick. You're number one.
Real quick. So you know how I always have the new cool candies like the coffee crisp?
Yeah.
Sponge candy.
Sponge
Candy, dude.
Like a British sponge, like a cake kind of sponge, or like
I don't even know how to explain it.
You covered a sponge in chocolate.
It's like a sponge kind of. May cover in chocolate, and it's only something I've ever seen around here. I don't see it anywhere else. Pretty good. It's delicious.
Nice.
You can get just a sponge without the chocolate, I heard, but I have yet to find it.
I got some Ghirardelli dark chocolates over the Christmas time. Those were pretty delicious. I like dark chocolate.
Do you like the peanut butter cookies with the big chocolate chip?
Like my mom calls those kiss cookies, where they make the peanut butter cookie like base, and then they put a Hershey's Kiss on top of it. Hell yeah. Mom,
you know who else likes those? Red the Bloodhound. Linda made one day when I was at work. She made 5 or 6 dozen. Red got in the gate. Somehow he got the gate open when she ran to the bathroom just for 2 minutes, and he ate 4 dozen.
Good God.
4 dozen of these things.
Now that right there, because I've always heard chocolate's bad for dogs and it can kill them and this and that.
I've heard
and the
that
other.
too,
You're saying, dude ate 4 dozen of the giant Hershey's Kisses along with the peanut butter, cookie, and he's fine. He's good. Did he like get the shits? Did he have to go to the vet? What happened?
Nothing happened to him. He was fine.
Wow.
Red is not canine. He's human.
Dude,
so
he's an alien dog, bro.
it's not,
That dog is from fucking Uranus.
Dude, I've never seen it.
not mine.
I've seen dogs eat. Linda had this dog back when we were kids, Sheila. And we had a friend that lived across the street from me, and he would go around and show everybody, look what I got in my Easter basket. So he went down the street to Linda's house to show everybody the Easter basket. He walked away from it. Her dog got to that thing and ate everything that was in that basket.
Oh, shit.
Did nothing to the dog.
What?
Speaking of cookies, I have a question related to Christmas cookies.
Okay.
So what is y'all's go-to? And I know we're all adults now, but if you tapped into your inner child, what would be your go-to cookie to leave
easy.
for Santa?
Easy. Cowboy cookies.
Hee-haw, what?
My you both look so confused. Cowboy cookies. My grandma makes them every year. She's made them every year my entire life. They actually one year for Christmas, my mom got the recipe for these cowboy cookies actually like etched into a little cutting board as a decorative piece for the kitchen and whatnot. But basically it's kind of like an oatmeal cookie meets a chocolate chip cookie. It's like an oatmeal chocolate chip mixture type thing.
Pretty yummy.
And dude,
Actually,
it's the most amazing fucking cookie on the planet.
Hey, where's mine?
Well, I ate them all. Every year so every year my wife, my grandma, and my mother, they all 3 get together and they have a baking day, right? And it's Christmas baking. They make everything. They do no-bake cookies. They do, the Rice Krispies treats. They do the Kiss cookies that Nick was just talking about. They do peanut butter balls. I mean, you name it, they're pretty much baking it on this epic baking day. And every year, my grandmother makes enough to fill a large Ziploc freezer bag full of cowboy cookies for us to take home that I get to devour. Oh. I ate them all.
I like my anisette cookies. Those are delicious.
What is that?
It's an anise cookie. It's an Italian cookie. It's usually in a knot and you powder it, and it's delicious.
Is that where you leave Santa?
Usually leave Santa just the sugar cookie cutouts.
Oh, this cheap store-bought shit?
No, we make it ourselves.
No wonder
Usually,
he got
actually,
no presents this year.
Linda does the sour cream sugar cookie cutout.
Well, with as cold as it's been, I'm pretty sure y'all would have been okay with cold this year anyways, right, Nick? Mary's throwing snickerdoodle out there, and I gotta tell you, snickerdoodles,
they're delicious.
That's a damn good cookie, but I'm not gonna leave that for Santa. See, Santa does not get the cowboy cookie. Okay.
I thought you said you left him the cowboy cookie. Then what's the one you leave for Santa? That was the question.
No. Well, let's just say,
Shh, Mary, don't say that.
I'm not gonna say what Mary just threw out in the chat because we don't want to ruin it for people. But let's just say that Santa typically gets the like gingerbread cookies that Jacob decorates. And by Jacob decorates, I mean just like you scoop out all of the frosting from the tub and slap it on one cookie. you throw some candy canes on there, right? And some of those like cinnamon ball, the little balls of like cinnamon flavored, spicy type shit. Boom, there's Santa's cookie. Yeah.
So are these
Santa gets?
I'm assuming these cookies are accompanied with a tall glass of milk, right?
He puts out milk, and he also puts out he puts out carrots and celery for the reindeer.
For the deer.
It was hilarious, dude. So we got out this one long piece of celery, right? And Jacob goes, no, we need 8.
Because there's 8 reindeer.
Smart kid.
because there's 8 reindeer. And
So
then
he
get
doesn't like
this,
he don't
grabs
like Rudolph.
well, hey, Rudolph is for when it's super stormy, like at Nick's, okay? But
Yeah, who needed Rudolph?
he grabbed the celery off the counter and he started breaking it. So then I helped him and we broke that one stick into 8 little sticks. And then he counted out 8 carrots, 8 of the little baby carrots, and he put all those on a plate. So Santa had 3 gingerbread Jacob decorated cookies, and the reindeer got their 8, their one, their one piece of carrot and their one piece of celery each. That was cute. It was cool.
So
Nice.
I've always put out, growing up, we put out either chocolate chip, homemade,
Mhm.
or Oreos. Right? Yeah, put Oreos out. And it's come to my attention that some people like dipping Oreos in sour cream.
Oh,
Is that
this goes
something
with
else?
that. This goes with that video that you sent, isn't it?
Yeah,
This is that TikTok video.
it's intriguing to me. I'm a sour cream fan. Okay,
Mhm.
I have to have it on anything Tex-Mex
I like-
or Mexican. It's this thing,
I like sour cream.
I like sour
But-
cream too.
Ferris,
mean,
if you like sour
Oreo-
cream, get strawberries. All right. You have a little bowl of sour cream and a little bowl of brown sugar. You dip the strawberry in the sour cream and then the brown sugar. Delicious.
Well, here's the
No.
thing. If you
No.
remember the video, it said that the combination tastes like cheesecake in your mouth.
I'm gonna have to try it.
And I love cheesecake. I have to figure out if that's right or not.
All right.
No way.
I'll you know what? I think we got some Oreos in the house.
Do you have sour cream?
We got sour cream.
We need
I'm,
to know.
I'm feeling a challenge right now, fellas.
I have Fig Newtons.
How about this? Why don't we here's what I'm thinking. Let's do a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, I'll tell you what an Oreo with sour cream tastes like.
All right.
Oh yeah.
We'll be back. All right. Hope you like the commercial.
Hope you like the commercial. I do have bad news. We don't have any Oreos.
Uh-oh.
We didn't have any Oreos. We do have sour cream, but I did find something different. You ever had these Cheez-It Snaps?
Mhm.
Yes.
These things? The very first time my wife picked these up and brought them home and I tried one, oh, honey, that's disgusting.
Really?
I don't know about that. Now, fast forward, 4, 5, 6 months later, dude, I cannot get enough of these. So since Nick's always eating, let me go ahead and mute my mic so I, don't make a shit ton of noise for everybody.
How about pretzel rods? Mm.
So this actually, you not having the ingredients is fine. This actually gives opportunity for both of y'all next episode to do it at the same time.
That's
I'm gonna do it too. I've got to actually taste this. I do.
These
Brand
Cheez-It
new.
Snaps, dude, are freaking amazing.
Mm.
So I wanted to ask you, Brandon, circling back to how Jacob sets up the gourmet for Santa. Did it get eaten? Did the reindeer get it and everything? And
Yep. So it was cute. He woke up Christmas morning and he came into our bedroom and barged right in, crawled into bed. Mommy, Daddy, it's Christmas. He's all stoked. He's full of the Christmas spirit. We were fuddy-duddies, bah humbugs, but he was full of the Christmas spirit, which was cool to see. And we go running out there, and the first thing he looks at is the plate that he left for the reindeer and Santa. And he goes, they ate all the carrots and celery. Look, Santa ate all his cookies. And there's just crumbs on the cookie plate
Nice.
that Santa left. And then he grabs Santa's cup and he looks in it and he drank all the milk. Right? All the milk's gone. There's just crumbs on the, it was cool. He turns around, right, to look at the Christmas tree. And Jingles is in the tree. Jingles is his elf on a shelf. That's the name that he gave him, right? And Jingles had propped himself up in the Christmas tree. He moves, every day basically for about a month, from the time he shows up a little bit after Thanksgiving until Christmas Day. And then after Christmas Day, you wake up the day after Christmas on the 26th, Jingles is gone. He's flown off to the North Pole to hang out with Santa and the other elves for another year. But he found Jingles in the tree. He got all excited about that. And then he walks over to the fireplace. Okay. We got one of them little those metal like mesh wire screen things that you can open and shut and whatnot for our fireplace. And the previous night I told Jacob, because he was going to open it up and let Santa come in, I said, buddy, why don't you leave it closed? That way, if it's open in the morning, Santa's been here. And he goes, that's a great idea, Dad. So he finds the cookies gone. He finds the celery and carrots gone. He finds Jingles up in the damn tree. He turns at the fireplace. It's open. It's open. He hadn't even seen all the gifts yet, right? Because what we did, all the gifts that we gave to Jacob and Megan, we actually left probably 90% of them in the garage covered up in some quilts and shit so that they couldn't see. And then Christmas Day, when they come out, it's not just the 3 or 4 presents that were existing under the tree beforehand. It's every fucking thing, right? He hadn't even gotten to the point where he noticed how many presents were under the damn tree yet. So I walk over there to the fireplace and I'm like, yeah, dude. Oh, look, what is that? And he pokes his little head in there at the ashes. Daddy, Santa left a boot print. He sure did, buddy.
I thought it was gonna be like reindeer dung or something.
No. But Santa left his boot print clear as day. You could see that he come down the chimney, and he was, still pretty magical for an old footy duddy. Just
see, I'd be the little kid checking my dad's boots, but that's just me.
What a jerk.
Man.
Don't let Jacob watch this. Anyway.
Nah, he don't watch this. By the way, it rained when Santa came down the chimney. So after Santa went back up, he washed his boots off in one of them puddles outside.
I was wondering the same thing, Mary. One of the same thing.
Ferris caught me off guard, Mary. That's how the Cheez-It thing didn't make it in my. Shut up. Moving on.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
But no, the kids still had a magical day, and that's what mattered.
I just want to say cheers to you guys. Christmas time, New Year. Love all you guys.
Cheers.
New year, new season coming up.
New year, new season. I ain't doing this new year, new me bullshit though. It's gonna be a new year, same old fucking asshole that you've been used to.
I'm an idiot. You got hooked on snaps, and I got hooked on bourbon.
Well,
we know why, Nick. You got you got multiple reasons, not every reason, multiple reasons to be drinking, my friend.
Yeah.
So I'm not like a heavy, like I have 1 or 2 doubles, basically 2 fingers at night when I'm watching TV before I go to bed. And
you take 2 fingers at night?
I pass right out. Ferris?
He takes 4 fingers a night, Ferris.
I'm coming down there and you're going to give me the 4 fingers.
Oh boy.
Hey buddy, I only got 1 finger for you.
Oh, Nick's still number 1.
I'm a lucky
That's so
guy.
cute. Oh man.
Exactly, Mary.
Oh.
You said it loud and proud too.
Nah, Mary in the chat to everybody out there who can't hear because she ain't talking and can't see what's going on in the chat. Mary says that's what she said.
That's what she said.
See, I want to shift gears a little bit with y'all. We
Okay.
all know who Jordan Peterson, or if you don't, Jordan Peterson is, in my personal opinion, very intelligent, very articulate.
Mhm.
I enjoy listening.
Written a
to
couple
his,
books.
Yep, I have not read any of his books. I've seen a lot of his interviews and podcasts he's been on and things like that. But I ran across a video the other day, which I shared with y'all, and it's talking about Chat GPT, which I had never heard about. It's like every time I listen to him, I hear about something new. It's kind of like listening to Elon Musk in a way, as far as technology. We're going to dive into that, the technological part of it. But that's what this is. It's basically an AI program that it in my mind, the way I interpret it, because I'm not as intelligent as Peterson, but it basically grows. It's going to grow. It's going to learn. It's going to get better. And
It's going to take over.
It's going to evolve.
Yeah, basically. I mean, so I could play the video. If you want to do that, we can do that a little bit.
It is a long video.
We won't play the whole thing, but we'll let Peterson explain it, because he does it way better than I do. How's that?
Yeah.
I thought we were watching that Oreo video. I guess we were just talking about the Oreo video.
I was going to get an Oreo and we don't have any. I failed.
Oreo.
We'll have to do it next time. Next episode, Oreos and sour cream. Fact or myth?
Wow, Ferris.
Ooh, you're sharing a screen. Look at all those phone things. Oh, there's me. God, I look like shit.
Let's take you off.
Yeah, thanks. I look like
there are
crap.
things, and everyone in the audience should know this. There are things coming down the pipeline on the artificial intelligence front that are just going to make your hair stand on end within the next year, because there is so much transformation going on in that domain, and that's been the case particularly for the last 6 months, that it's almost unimaginable. I figure a third of the universities will go broke in the next 5 years. So I'll tell you what Chat GPT is, just so you know, because you need to know this. And I don't know what sort of technological revolution this is. It's smarter than you. This is a big deal. So this AI system, it's a general language processing model, was released about a week and a half ago, and I went and interacted with it. It's an AI system, artificial intelligence system. It basically is trained on, well, a massive corpus of spoken or of text. So it's derived its models of the world from the analysis of human speech, essentially. It isn't using real world data yet, but that will be happening certainly within the next year. And Chat GPT analyzes a very large corpus of text, and that corpus is growing all the time. Now, it's already sophisticated enough. I went on to it last week and I said, okay, some of you know I've written these books, 12 Rules for Life, and then Beyond Order, 12 more rules, because you can't have enough rules. And I asked it, this is what I asked it to do. I said, write me an essay that's a 13th rule for Beyond Order, written in a style that combines the King James Bible with the Tao Te Ching. That's pretty difficult to pull off, Any one of those things is hard. The intersection of all three, that's impossible. Well, it wrote it in about 3 seconds, 4 pages long, and it isn't obvious to me, for better or worse, that I would be able to tell that I didn't write it. Right, and
that right there.
Okay,
he can't
and
tell
that's
that
pretty
he didn't
impressive.
write it.
But
That's
the fact
crazy.
that it could do that grammatically perfectly, right, and quite impressive philosophically. I also had it write an essay on the intersection between the Taoist version of ethical morality and the ethics that are outlined in the Sermon on the Mount, which it just nailed, got that dead right, brilliant. Again, it took it about 3 seconds.
That's crazy.
There was a computer engineer who purported to work for Tesla. He asked Chat GPT, said, look, I work for Elon Musk, but I haven't been doing much for the last week, so I need you to write me 10 bullet points about what I probably would have done as a engineer at Twitter. What 10 things did I do last week that were productive and valuable? And if you don't mind, write me the accompanying computer code that goes with each project. And it did that too, 3 seconds, and the computer code works. Right, and so, okay, so that's already there. So then a university professor did this. He thought, oh, that's interesting. Any student will be able to write any essay on any topic with Chat GPT. And someone gave it an SAT, by the way, and it scored about as well as the average student in a well-functioning public university. So that's how smart it is. So that's basically an IQ test.
I don't know if I like that.
So
it goes on real quick. It goes on to say, he goes on to talk about how not only did this thing write the essays, but then that professor challenged it to grade the essay, and it graded the essay based on its own flaws. So that's the growth part of it. So the reason I bring this up to you fellas and Mary, how forget about the ramifications of collegiate excellence for students. Like, they can get this thing to do it for them. Are they actually learning it, or do they get it to write it and they read it and they learn it and it's the same goal, right? They become smarter, more intelligent on the topic. Forget about that. Are we really prepared
nope.
to have an AI
Nope.
do more than we can intellectually?
Nope.
My phone is already smarter than me, okay? So I'm kind of used to it.
No, it's not.
I don't.
Your phone has information that you can access. That doesn't make your phone it doesn't make your phone smarter than you. So here's the key takeaway from me on that video. The thing is a week and a half old. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it scored on the SAT an average score of a high functioning student. Okay. At a high functioning, whether it's high school or
sorry,
college.
I'm watching Nick right now. When you say high functioning, I'm like, we need a better example.
What are you trying to say?
You're the American dream, Nicholas.
Anyway, what I'm getting at is this. The thing's only a week and a half old. All it's ever analyzed is human language, whether it be spoken or via text. Okay. It hasn't analyzed any real world situations. It's not out there watching CNN or Fox or whatever else. Right. Okay. Week and a half. At a week and a half old, it's average, quote unquote, SAT score, but it's got perfection in this damn essay that he asked it to write, that in his mind he thought was going to be impossible for anybody to write. It did it in 3 seconds, 4 pages long, and he said himself that he could not tell by reading it that he in fact did not write it himself.
Right. Not only
what
did it
that
do it
tells
that
me,
fast, but it wrote it like he did it.
Exactly.
No.
What that tells me is this: fucking Skynet is here, dude. Anybody seen the Terminator movies? Watch the fuck out. It's here.
I think it's dangerous. I don't care what anybody says. I think it's a dangerous thing, man.
Well,
absolutely.
That brings up another point too. Hollywood over decades has given us glimpses of the future through movies, I believe.
Uh-huh.
I really do. And not just Hollywood, but the basic, our entertainment resources has given us
How
insight.
far-fetched is it? Some of the movies you would watch with the AI, where AI gets so damn smart they actually start thinking for themselves and start taking shit over. How far-fetched is that?
Well, they have
an
actual
far-fetched at all.
They already have, I think a Japanese company already has an AI droid that human-like that will learn in a conversation. They will learn who you are. So they take that information and then they, through linguistics, they just basically what Peterson was saying, this thing does, will learn what the next question or response or sentence should be to a particular person based on what they've already learned.
But what it does is it learns that, 300 million times faster than we do as human beings.
Right. They're thinking about using this thing as a dating tool. Like, so if you're, so like,
I think
if
it'll use
you're-
itself for whatever it wants eventually.
what I'm saying
I'm going to
is,
tell you
it's a
this. You
practice
give
thing.
that thing, one goal and one goal only. It's going to know every single thing there is to know about that one goal within the first hour or so. It's going to get bored and it's going to want to know more. And then it's going to take over the fucking world. To answer your question, Ferris, no, the world is not ready for that level of artificial intelligence, because here's the thing. Somebody will develop the kill code for it, but they're going to be a day late and $1 short. And that AI is already going to have figured out exactly what the workaround is going to be for when that person enters the damn kill code.
It'll change.
we're
the
So
fucked.
code.
devil's advocate, just plain devil's advocate here. You don't think that's a little bit too ingrained in what we've learned through Hollywood?
Hollywood's a bunch of bullshit.
Hollywood's full of shit. What
But
I
is it?
think, it's
I mean,
just
we
like that
can't-
whole weather thing where they can make weather. I think that some things, just because you can and it might seem cool,
Doesn't mean
you should.
Oh, I agree with that, but we can't really sit here and say that agree that Hollywood has given us insight to glimpses of our future, but whether it's events or technology or whatever, and then say that Hollywood doesn't have a bearing on the way that we fear technology and the way it can go. For example, take Terminator. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's definitely possible. He just showed us it's possible. But how much of that?
It is
How
going
much-
to put ideas in your head. I mean, you can't help but when you start thinking of AI, start thinking of shit like Terminator. It's hard not to think of that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like I said, Hollywood's full of shit, right? What they've shown us isn't glimpses of the future. It's glimpses of millions, plural, of possible different futures, right? Especially
True,
when it comes
true.
to the AI thing. So I'm not saying I go Terminator because that's my generation, that's your generation, that's our generation.
I,
right?
Robot.
We grew up with Terminator.
Well,
Robot.
it's
Perfect, that's fine.
influence. Like take Goonies, for example. It may have spawned off a bunch of people over
you
the
guys.
last 3 decades to be treasure hunters. Terminator, okay, it has spawned off engineers and scientists to become to perfect and actually explore the possibility of AI and what it can do for humanity, so on and so forth. So different industries, Hollywood has helped to influence progress, right? I guess what
I'll
I'm
give you that.
asking
I'll give you
is
that.
is there a real their dreams? Star Wars was a dream in the 70s to be able to explore space and Star Trek,
Avatar.
those types of things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. I mean, those are things like, okay, what's out there? We've
I only bring up Avatar because it's the highest grossing movie in all of history. And the second one just came out not that long ago. And it's already on track to do better than the first. And we're going to go see the second one tomorrow with Jacob in 3D.
Shut your
I'm
face.
excited. I'm a nerd.
I think, Ferris, Hollywood does have an effect on people, but I also think that effect depends on each person. Some people are way more capable of being manipulated, right? To believe any damn thing.
Can we rephrase that, Nick?
However you want.
To most people.
I think it's safe to say most people. Yeah.
Most people. Most people.
Most definitely. So as humans, what does the allowance of this technology, where does it put us
at the bottom of the totem
in the
pole?
gutters?
Well, of course, but I mean, what does it
jobless?
What does it say about our, not just our society, but what does it say about our species? I mean, maybe it goes without saying we're doomed. Is that what we're looking at?
It's not, dude. Okay, so you want to talk about Hollywood giving you ideas in your head? That's kind of like there's an episode of Doctor Who, because I like Doctor Who. And there's a thing like that where they came up with these AI robots and everybody was getting them, right? And they're pushing it on people. You got to have your robot. You got to have your robot. Once they had them all out there, the head people of the company making it have that switch that, boom, they turn all those robots on and they start taking over all the households, captivated. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
It's like
so
they're putting
so
all
it,
their pieces in place to just take over.
so what line do you when do you personally draw the line with technology? The technology that makes our lives simpler, like these iPhones and whatever, computers, everything. Where do you draw the line? Because somebody like Elon Musk, he very well could be a wolf in sheep's clothing.
That guy
I
may
mean,
have a line
dude,
drawn.
Elon Musk is an alien. He
He'll
even
do
admitted it on
anything.
the Joe Rogan podcast.
well, I'm an
Just
Elon
saying.
Musk fan. Okay,
Oh, me
but
too. But he's
all things
legit an
considered,
alien.
he's looking at so I don't know if y'all followed lately, of course, with the Twitter files. I'm not going to get into that, but there's threats going at him about with like AT&T and all that. It's out there on the web. You can find it. And he has actually counter threaded, hey, if y'all block me for on Twitter on your device, I'll just build my own iPhone or my own phone. So it's like, go ahead and do it.
He's
I will
already
take.
made the phone.
Oh,
they
I know
already
he
have
has.
the phone.
I
Yeah,
know.
he's
He
already
wouldn't
made
make that. He wouldn't make that thread if he didn't already have it done.
Elon Musk doesn't have a line drawn, I don't think. He'll do whatever. I don't think that
But
dude
what is
cares.
your personal line? Where does it get to? Like if you walk out one day and you realize you've been kind of in a hole for about a month or two, and technology like this excels so quickly, and you walk out and you go to the store and you realize that everything is automated at that gas station. Then you go get lunch, everything is automated at that restaurant.
Oh, I'm done.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm
What
done.
is the line?
I'm already kind of at the line because already with our phones know every damn thing. You go and look on Amazon for a pillow, and next thing you know, when you're on Facebook, you're getting ads for the freaking pillows and shit.
Yeah. And that's simple stuff. That's just algorithms.
They just know everything. They pick it up. They pick up everything, no matter where you're at.
Did any of y'all own a Roomba?
No.
Yep.
So does your Roomba have that camera?
Our Roomba has the capability of mapping out the house. I've never allowed it to do it. I told my wife, "Don't you dare touch that." Nope. You can have your Roomba, but that Roomba goes
just wherever.
There's no pattern. We are not letting it map out the house. No
I'm not
fucking
too
way.
sure about them damn things.
The one person that's gonna know my house better than anyone or anything else on this planet is gonna be me.
So how do you,
my brother's got real
Brandon,
quick.
know that camera is not on?
You know.
Well, that's the one thing you don't actually.
So Amazon bought that, right? It's iRobot, or whatever, iRoomba, or whatever it's called.
I think there's different ones. But.
And I saw a story on how it was. So there's a third party. I'm gonna paraphrase the story. I'm probably gonna butcher it, but the third party data collection company that was sending this information straight to Amazon or whatever to use for their third party affiliates for algorithms, things like that, to whatever, figure out their customer base, blah blah blah. And in some of this data, there was actual video of personal events and spaces of customers that had bought this device. And we're talking like personal shit, like maybe somebody walking around naked because they're trying to go out for the night or something, things like
and
that.
Now Amazon knows you want this sex toy.
Mom and dad are getting it on, and Roomba just stops what he's doing. Just, let me hook my peepers on this real quick.
Obviously, we this podcast goes straight to the sex stuff anyway. It's just how we are. But that's the most invasive thing you can think of.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing some other crazy stuff, like
at least get me from a good angle, damn it.
Do you have a good angle?
Most of my angles are good. I'm going to tell you something about the robots. I don't get them. I don't know how they actually clean everything. I was at my brother's for Christmas Day, right? I go in the door.
They suck ass.
And I see this damn little, I go, you got one of them fucking robot vacuums. He goes, oh yeah, I don't have time. So blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I was at his house for a couple hours and I seen at one point at the front door, it kept bouncing back and forth like it didn't know where it was going. And it just kept going up a hallway. It never went any freaking where else.
That's probably because he hasn't. Because he hasn't had to map the house, dude. Our Roomba does the same thing. You look at it, it looks like a slow monkey fucking a football. It doesn't do shit.
It hits something. It tries a couple times. It turns.
Yep.
It's like
I feel like those things are only entertaining if you have a cat. Bottom line, or a very very small dog that's got great balance. So you just watch. I could watch that thing for hours.
My bloodhound.
You
would
put a
attack the
bumbo
shit out
seat
of
on it and let the baby ride on top.
There you go.
Red bites the vacuum when you're trying to vacuum. He'd attack that damn thing.
That's awesome. To answer your question, Ferris, where I think it goes too far, it's already gone too far.
Yep.
It's
That's what
in my opinion. It was one thing when they came out with the computers. It was another thing when they came out with the phones and the iPhones and the smartphones and all that shit. All of that was fine, and I was okay with it. Where it started to go too far for me was with exactly what Ferris had mentioned, those third-party agreements. You have those third-party agreements to where people are essentially buying your data from X, Y, and Z, and they're sharing it with whomever. That's why I have every single permission on my phone turned off. Everything is off. I don't let my phone track shit. That doesn't mean that it doesn't track. It still does.
I almost wish somebody would drop a damn EMP on us.
I think we've already gone too far. It started with the third-party user agreements, and then now it's transitioned into artificial intelligence. I've always thought that artificial intelligence was going to lead to the demise of the human race. And the problem with AI is this: you have people that think that they're always going to be smarter than the AI until you see a video of like what we just watched. When they say the artificial intelligence is now smarter than us, that's
Game
when
over.
everybody else is going to know that it's game over and we done fucked up. All I'm going to say is when that happens in the future, y'all can look right here and you can have this beautiful brown bearded motherfucker tell you, I fucking told you so. I told you
What
so.
if you were the engineer that developed that?
I wouldn't do it.
What if you were?
I wouldn't. Nope. I wouldn't do it.
I mean, could you imagine? Can you imagine living? I don't remember the character's name in T2, I think it was. But can you imagine being that person and realizing that you had
destroyed the world?
It was something Dyson.
That's it. It
something
was
Dyson.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as bad as people taking the time to learn how to make nuclear weapons. That's just stupidity to me.
Well, that was that was a
Why?
game changer. That was a game changer. I mean, Oppenheimer was. I mean, can you imagine? I've watched some biographies and things like that on him, and there's one out right now that I haven't seen yet, but I couldn't imagine once he realized, hey, excitement, elation, and all that probably hit when, hey, we were able to do this. We tested it. It's going to work. Oh, shit. We just killed humanity.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes you, in one aspect, think if only there was a time machine, I would go back and that guy would be ended before he could do that. But somebody else would have done it. There's too many people out there.
The thing about it is this:
it was a race to get there.
There's always going to be somebody out there that's going to figure out how to make X, Y, and Z. Just because you can make X, Y, and Z doesn't mean that you should. Because even if you do it with nothing but the right intentions, and I'll use your example of the nuclear weapon, we can look at nuclear power instead, right? As a source of energy and all the good that actually does, right? It's dangerous as shit. Watch out, right? Got to be careful, but
harnessed, right?
It can do a lot of good. But again, just because you can doesn't mean you should, because there's always going to be that other person or that other group of people that's going to look at this wonderful, beautiful, great creation that you've made, and they're going to go, how can I use this against everybody?
Yep.
And then they'll figure it the fuck out. So just leave it alone. Be satisfied with knowing that you're the smartest motherfucker on the planet. You know something
you don't have to prove it.
That could change the entire world's perspective of whatever, right? But you hold on to that fucking shit, and then you don't got to worry about the world destroying itself over your fucking creation. Or you just go ahead and create it anyway and watch the entire world crumble because you don't give a shit. Because what are you chasing? You're chasing some kind of clout, recognition, fucking Nobel Peace Prize or whatever, right? And then next thing you know, you're this Nobel Peace Prize winner, but the world's fucking destroyed with your invention. Great,
That's right.
good job.
Good
You're a piece of fucking shit.
And what you said, Nick, about
God, you got me started, man. I need something
what
to
you
drink.
said
I'll be
about
right back.
EMP. So the EMP thing, I kind of laughed when you said that, because it would solve. It would not prevent, but it would pause things, right, and give us some time to take a breather. But at the end of the day, those people that have the power and technology will have that same power and technology to overcome EMP strike a whole lot faster than the average Joe. So
yeah,
you
but
and
when AI takes off and it becomes smarter than we are and it kills the kill code that they send, then we're totally fucked.
Oh, we're not even talking about the AI thing. It's just the EMP in general. I mean, it just, you know what I'm saying? You've got these bunker babes that spent the millions of dollars to be protected from this stuff and technology, and I don't have that. So if I'm out of my phone or my vehicle and all this technology because of EMP strike, and they're centralized. It's not like you can, as far as I know, you can't launch an EMP strike and it wipes out the entire country. It's going to be parts of the country, and that multiple, yes, but I don't want to get too deep into it. But I guess the lesson there is beans, bullets, and Band-Aids. And that's not saying the sky's falling.
I was just
It's
going
not
to say
saying it's not saying the sky is falling at all. It's just saying be prepared, be informed.
I don't want to be shitty, and if you don't like what I'm saying and you think I should cut this out, I will. But it's funny because I went to something with my brother the other day, and he said the same thing that I've been saying for like a while now. With how most people are today, especially in the big cities, where they're so, how do you put it? It's almost like the U.S. is just a big brat. We're so used to just having, right?
Spoiled.
We're
entitled.
We just have everything's right there. Blah 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 blah. I got to have my phone. Blah. What this country needs, if we were to ever be right again, is a huge slap, and we need something big to happen to wake people the fuck up.
Don't say that. Don't say it.
Yeah, you don't want the Great Reset.
Don't say it. You're gonna jinx it, dude. Because you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen, right? You say something like that, bro. This country, don't say it.
Well, at the end of the day,
this country still has not seen
anything horrible,
a quote unquote war on its soil, other than the war between its own citizens, right? We're headed that direction. Don't say shit like that.
I'm just saying, dude, especially what they think, the way they're thinking,
we're fucked.
Dude, if something bad happens, I'm going to get out of it. I'm telling you.
This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Something bad happens on our soil. You, Ferris, me, we're all going to fucking go to battle. These kids that are being brought up nowadays,
they're gone. They're gone.
Here's my stress card. Please don't. No, motherfucker. That doesn't exist. Get off your ass. Come with me. We're going to go fuck shit up. Let me show you how to be a goddamn man.
No, what they're going to do is all the ones.
Oh, but that's toxic. That's toxic talk.
The high majority that are saying, along with a certain government, about take our guns, they're going to be looking for us to protect their asses after that happens.
Y'all pissing me off this episode. Anywho's, thanks y'all for being here. I'm going to let Nick do the thing. You remember how to do the thing?
Give me a minute. Yep. Like, subscribe, comment. Share it, please. Go to our Shopify. That'd be great. Tell Brandon he's cute. Tell Ferris he sounds nice and sexy. Tell Mary we miss your voice.
Tell Nick to shave his beard.
You're fired. That is blasphemy. Not nice.
Love y'all. Be good.
Later.
I gotta get out of Nick's studio.